Much to my dog Gunner's delight, I have decided on the spur of the moment to make a video. And it seems like these videos that just come to me out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, I'll tell you how it came to me. They tend to be the best ones. The other day I was trying to make a video about masculine and feminine dynamics, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, but it just didn't feel very inspired. And I did a bunch of takes, but I couldn't really feel the enthusiasm for the subject just then. At tea time yesterday, I think we had a rather nice discussion about that subject. And it would be about a third of the way in to that 2.5 hour long video. I, like some of my colleagues do, I think I'll watch the video and look for inspiration and ideas from our discussion for future videos. But for now, one of the subjects we talked about was the way we get information from our spirit guides. And, some of us see and or hear them. They appear to us and speak to us in English, in language we can understand. Fairly concrete sort of ideas. In my case, that's not the way it happens. It took a while for me to even realize that I even was receiving communication from the spiritual realm. So when I meditate and kind of tone down the ego thoughts, things like, if you've seen my other videos, I get what if guy to kind of settle down and relax a little bit. I get Eeyore guy to do the same. There are other characters in my subconscious that I'll talk about in future videos, like Judgy Guy. We'll talk about Judgy Guy. Get them all to quiet down, right? And that opens my mind to receive the information from my spirit guides. What do I see? I see little punctate blinking lights, kind of like in an old movie where they have a computer from like the 1960s with all the blinking lights on it. It's a little bit like that, but they blink a lot faster, and it seems in a less organized way. And sometimes, well, a lot of the time, those lights will kind of come together at some place, some location in my field of vision, and make sort of a cloud, a shimmering cloud, like a cloud in the sky. And I focus on that. And at the same time, I have the sound coming through, which is a very high frequency, quiet and subtle sound that's easy to ignore unless you're really focusing on it. And I listen to it. And, I do that until it seems, well, I should also say that I feel a sort of high frequency buzzing on my skin surface. Just a little bit of a buzz to where you can tell kind of where my physical body ends and the rest of the world begins. There's just some vibration there. Now, what I believe is that in the light, the sound, and the sensation, it seems like there are encoded messages which are not perceivable at the time that they come in. But after some period of processing, the information becomes coherent, and I get the information in terms of an aha moment. Like sometimes I get to learn something about physics and mathematics, and it gives me a breakthrough idea to advance my theory of unifying quantum field theory with general relativity. Other times it comes in terms of what seems like an aligned option to take when I have to make a decision. A lot of times it comes as a knowing, sort of the clairsentience kind of thing. I have a lot of thoughts that come and go in my mind. And, I come up with a lot of hypotheses about what the truth might or might not be. I think what those messages do is pick out certain of those ideas which really seem to make sense. And they don't necessarily make sense according to predicative logic or an algorithmic system, but they just feel right. They make sense. And what has seemed to become true in my mind is that my spirit guides are in fact higher dimensional, multidimensional. They are a large number of individuals, but their individuality is subtle. It's kind of blurred. Hard to say where one individual begins and where another individual is, and the best description for this phenomenon that I have heard comes from the Law of One, the raw material, where they call this a social memory complex. Species that survive and evolve for a long, long time come to this point where they're basically a shared consciousness. And that is sort of the feeling that I get about my spirit guides. The feeling I get about how they communicate with each other, harmony, like harmonics, waves that reinforce each other, cancel each other in such a complex way that very sophisticated communication can be transmitted that way. that's pretty abstract and pretty foreign to the way we communicate here. And it's my guess that that is why I don't really get clear messages right off the bat. And that's why it takes them a while to process. Yeah. Well, an excited doggy. Where are you going, Gunner? Okay. Well, so whenever I post something like this, which people could consider woo-woo, right? I get a little nervous, right? I still have my 3D world conditioning. You know, somebody watches this video and feels that I need professional help, right? Well, I guess I'll risk it. And I will go ahead and post this video confidently. What I invite you to do is leave a comment. What is your experience with your spirit guides? Maybe there are those watching this video that aren't aware yet of the presence of spirit guides, angels, guardian angels, ancestors, those that may or may not exist in three-dimensional reality, and yet they communicate with us. Well, maybe this will help you to identify it and figure out how your spirit guides manifest themselves in your life. So, what's your experience with guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors, other beings that are out there that communicate with us? So, if you like this video, please leave that comment and like the video, and please consider subscribing to my channel. Now, also, some announcements. Ari and Lunae and Karel and I, the Tea Time Tribe founders, would love to have you join our tribe. Whether it be for one meeting or several meetings, that's up to you. We have Tea Time itself, which is an informal, just chit-chat, discussion. A lot of what we talk about are spiritual things, sometimes scientific things, but any subject. And you can certainly watch Tea Time and our guided meditation sessions. I've got them posted. Please check out Ari's channel, and I'll try to get the links to work on here. At least I'll have the information posted in the description. And Lunae's channel. And if you would like to see some brilliant artistic work, check out Karel's channel. We also have another sort of gathering that we're putting together. It'll be on my Zoom account, but Ari is really the origin of this idea, and that is a gathering where we share with each other our highest timelines. What is our vision of our highest timelines? What is our dream life? And then together we evoke the feelings that come with those highest soul-aligned, positively polarized timelines, and add that power to the manifestation. So it's collective, cooperative manifestation. Very well. I hope that you are well, as Lunae would say, and if you're not, I hope you are well soon. Hi, Gunner. Who's a happy dog? Who's a happy dog? Who had happy dog time? And what kind of mood are you in, Oliver? Are you in the mood to be affectionate or an asshole? Yeah, kind of in between. Yeah.